Beats Planet.
Blue Flame is up. Blue Flame is up. Hold on, let me work on my levels. I got to make sure my level's perfect before we get started. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure my level's perfect before we get going, you know? Okay, let me take a sip of water before we get started with this. Here we go. Finally, Voch has come back to Brick Talk. Right brick on my brick. Listen, man. I just want to attack people for 30 seconds. Let me get my button ready. Hold on. Let me get my button ready. I just want to attack people for 30 seconds, okay? All that. Let me make sure my volume good, too. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to get this right. All that, Voch. You play to win the game. Voch, there's no pride in losing games purposely. You play to win the game. Voch, all of you Teen Tank right brick on my brick people should be ashamed of yourself. You don't build a winning culture by losing games. Voch says this. You may not win a building culture losing games, but you build a winning culture building picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, build your house is what we always talk about here, right? We always talk about building the crib so that you can make it easier for other parts of your team. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a Pat Mahomes, you can kind of build your house how you want to, right? If you got a Tua Tagovailoa, you could panic and give away your assets for a Deshaun Watson. You could panic and give away your assets for a Trevor Lawrence or a Zach Wilson, but you could just keep Tua Tagovailoa and just control the draft for the next 3 years. You could just do that. You could just do that. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo went to a Super Bowl because his house was built properly. Don't tell me what you can or cannot do with draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm upset because my team won too many games. Andy Dalton wanted to be a hero. And Andy Dalton winning games will forever land him on my excrement list. But boy, can you imagine how fun it is to be a Dolphins fan right now, to go 10-6 and still control the board? Can you imagine? I'm supposed to hit the war call on that. My bad. Can you imagine? I don't want to hear all that you play to win the game. Sure, but if you got a probability of losing, get your picks. Get your bricks. Riding with half of kids, I'm passing through Tennessee. Like, what do we, you know? I saw somebody in the chat earlier when I was setting up. They was like, oh, the Dolphins lucky. They not lucky. They not lucky. They patient, they aggressive, they diligent. That's what they are. And I'm giving them credit. I'm giving the Dolphins credit. Wish it was my team doing it, but I'm giving them credit. How bad does it feel to be a Houston Texan fan right now? I ain't going to play the war call because it may be some of y'all up in here. It might be some of y'all up in here. I think that's the most blatant example of be patient, control the board. I know a lot of people. Phone line's open, by the way. I know a lot of people enjoy the notion of, hey, man, we can take that first round pick and we can get a player that I know is going to be good. You could. Laramie Tunsil, he's a good player, sure. But when you have a draft pick, you have options. So you ask the Texans, would you rather have Laramie Tunsil or would you rather have the third overall pick to be able to flip it? I think we gotta ask ourselves that, I think we have to be able to address that with honesty. You know what I mean? Like so me personally, right? This is a draft show. This is let me label this Lombardi's draft talk because I don't want nobody to get this mistaken, right? This is a draft show, but I often speak from a Cowboy fan's perspective. And what my fan base like to do, like not my fan because I ain't got fans, but what my fan base like to do is they like to give away first round picks for just any player. And that makes sense. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it works out when you trade the first overall pick for Amari Cooper. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It works out. A lot of the time it doesn't. Draft talk. We good. A lot of the time it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out in your favor, right? Where sometimes just being a little more patient would have. All right, we cool. Back talking to y'all. Let me hit save. Back talking to y'all. Sometimes, patience in the now is better for the long term, right? So if you're the Dolphins, you could have, made a super aggressive move to get a player. But what they've done is that they finessed their situation to get multiple people. Let me just read this tweet off to you. I forgot which one of them fellas tweeted it. It was Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter or something like that. I ain't got the exact tweet in front of me. But basically, I'll pull up Tankathon. Tankathon is my boo thing. So this is what they do. Watch this. They give away Laramie Tunsil to the Texans. Fine, Laramie Tunsil's a good player. We're not gonna hate on that. Then Laramie Tunsil asked for the most money in the tackle market, which is whatever. So they have the third overall pick. I'm talking about the Dolphins. They go on to build their culture and they win 10 games. They go 10-6. So their other pick is the 18th pick. But they also have the third overall pick. So you can win or lose however many games you want to. It won't affect your draft stock, which is incredible. Meanwhile, the Texans, with the player that they acquired, they just keep losing games. They're just losing games. You know, I know it's a shit show over in Houston, and I know it's some little BS in terms of ownership down, and I know Bill O'Brien as a GM guy wasn't the best, but 4-12 is something different. To say that you got your franchise quarterback and you're relatively healthy, 4-12 is something different. And you may be a Laramie Tunsil away. But if you're not a Laramie Tunsil away, what are you going to do? Meanwhile, the Dolphins make the right moves. They build during the draft. Look, this ain't the first time. This ain't the first year Dolphins have had multiple firsts. I think they've had them 2 years back now, having multiple firsts. They had 3 of them last year, I believe. They had 2 of them. They got 2 now. Look, so they got 2 now, and they traded the 2022 one to move back up in this draft. We'll get there slowly. So they turned Laramie Tunsil into 3 firsts, and it was like a third this year and 3 firsts for Laramie Tunsil, and you keep your 18 and you still in the top 15, which is sick. Then the Eagles gonna get involved or whatever. You know what I mean? They move backwards, right? I think that's more so Dolphins moving back up into 6 because the Dolphins still do want premier players. I think that's very important because if you trade back to 12, you're getting out of that elite offensive player range. In this draft in particular, you're getting out of that range. So at third overall pick, the Dolphins had the option of Penei Sewell, Chase Young, Kyle Pitts, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Rashawn Slater. They get 3 first-round picks and a third. They give 1 to the Eagles. The Eagles move back to 12. The Dolphins move back up to 6. Now they're bored. They can pick Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Penei Sewell, or Rashawn Slater. You can't miss with that. Now, if it was Voch, do I keep those 3 first-round picks, say F the Eagles, and just continue to control the board and just draft whoever's there at 12 and 18? Sure, if it was Voch, because I like picks. But what I think happened is I think they really like a player at 6. Or they may like multiple people at 6. So when you give away your 3 and it go quarterback, fuck, man, they can still trade out of 6 too. They can still trade. Hey, hold up. What if it's a situation where somebody wants to come back up to get a quarterback and they trade out of 6? They absolutely can do that as well. But it's like you gain 2 first-round picks, a third this year, and another little 120 something. That's like a 4th pick or something. You get those picks, and you still can draft whoever the hell you was going to draft anyway? That's crazy. So when we talk about tanking or just losing, I don't want the old football fan to run up on us and be like, you play to win the game. I don't know, because controlling the board like this is way more important for your franchise. Now, let me be clear. Will the Dolphins draft the right people with them picks? I don't know. That's up to y'all. Good draft picks and bad draft picks all come from the same place. We're not going to act like it's a mistake drafting bad. It ain't the best thing in the world. It's pretty funny on my end, and as long as it ain't my team, I don't really care who y'all pick. But the majesty. Let me hit this one time for majesty, bro. Just. But the majesty of the trade gymnastics that you pulling off right now, it's incredible. It's incredible. If you're a Dolphins fan, you better be turning some backflips right now. Boy, if you're a Dolphins fan, you better be turning some backflips right now, man. Just pure manipulation of the boy. Meanwhile, Zach Wilson, quarterback one, going crazy. Crazy. Zach Wilson losing his mind. Hold on. I had this pulled up. I apologize. Eagles traded their 6th overall pick to the Dolphins for number 12. And their 2022 first round pick. So the Dolphins giving up 12 and their 2022 first. That's next year's first to move up to get the 6th overall pick. I feel like because they have fallen in love with a handful of guys in that top. And if quarterback go 1, 2, 3, 4, then you have the opportunity to just to get the best non-quarterback on your board. Crazy. The team swapped mid-round picks. That's probably like a 5th or something. And the Eagles pick 150. Eagles pick 156 for number 123. Okay, those are the mid-round picks. So the Eagles get 156, and the Dolphins get 123. Crazy gymnastics. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here and I'm just watching quarterback one's pro day, Zach Wilson. I'm just watching his pro day, and I'm like, man, I don't know why the hell John Lynch up there. John Lynch walking around with his chest all big, smiling. I don't know why the hell John Lynch walking around, smiling real big with his chest all big. You know what I'm saying? And then the trade goes through. Like, okay, cool, that's it. Okay, cool, that's it. Cool. If you the Jets and you make a mistake, I don't want to say make a mistake, because that could be like broadcasting it wrong. But if you're the Jets and you go Justin Fields and leave Zach Wilson on the board, you got to be ecstatic if you're San Fran. If I could talk from San Fran's perspective, I mean, they said we're not going to let Jimmy go. That's cute, but I'd imagine if the Patriots call with some draft picks, I'm sure Jimmy can go. But I mean, if you're the 49ers and your team you feel like is relatively built already. Now, this is the interesting part. I feel like the 49ers have lost a lot of pieces to their puzzle. I think this is a move that they should have made a couple years ago when that thing was a little more locked, tight, solid. You know what I mean? They let a lot of guys go. So I don't know, like, and at linebacker, D-line, at corners, like some of those guys gone. You know what I mean? So now they got to reconfigure what they was going to do in terms of Super Bowl run. Now, that Super Bowl team, I feel like if you had a rookie Justin Fields over a Jimmy Garoppolo, then you probably would have won that Super Bowl this year or that year. You probably would have won the Super Bowl that year. Interesting. I think the 49ers are a little bit past that window to be trading around to go get and then to give up 3 years worth. You know what I mean? They said this year's first and multiple first. So that's 21, 2, and 3. Can you afford to go without that? I mean, if you draft well, shouts out to you, and it'll take a 49ers fan to tell you how good they draft or how well they draft or whatnot, but I just don't think this was a move that was necessarily ready for them. I think the 49ers should have gotten that roster in a good place where the house was built enough. Then they could bring quarterback in. I just don't think that was the right way to go for them. But hey, it's their business. It ain't my team. They can do what they want to do. But I'm just so impressed by what Miami did. Let me take a look at the chat here. Miami should have drafted Jefferson and Higgins. That's y'all business. Miami set up to win. So listen, man, all you got to do. So watch this though, right? I was talking to my homeboy, Said he fresh, man. Said was all like, he would give up those picks to go get Deshaun Watson. And you could. But what you're supposed to do, or at least what Voch would do, is keep those picks. Say F Deshaun Watson. See if Tua works, because I mean quarterbacks, they really don't get good till later in their life. Let them keep flying, right? Keep Tua in your life. See if he develops. And if Tua is bad, what you have the option to do. We keep going back to this word option. When you have picks, you have options. If Tua is bad next year or the year after that, you have the option to then move up because you got multiple picks. Then move up. But don't sacrifice the house now because you don't think Tua is good enough. And to be fair, Zach Wilson is better than Tua. Zach Wilson is a better prospect than Tua. Zach Wilson's quarterback 1 for me. I just feel like when you give away these picks, you give away your options. The 49ers have given up a lot of options to be able to go up and get Justin Fields. I don't know. It's their business. That's their business, but we'll see. We'll see, man. That's my take on it. That's my soliloquy. Phones is lit. Go. We got people on the phone, boy. We got people on the phone. Y'all don't go nowhere now. Let's tap in with Brother Reeves here. It's always good to tap in with Brother Reeves. Brother Reeves, you see the Miami Dolphins trying to turn these breadcrumbs to a hedge fund? Do you see them? Do you see them?
They playing chess games. They playing on that new PlayStation 5, and we still on the PlayStation 3. They going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like, that GM, he's trying to be like Sam Presti, at the Thunder. He's just trying to get the picks.
Right.
So, shout out to them. And the fact of the matter is, people forget that the only reason that they even got Tunzel was because of a gas mask video.
Fair.
So they got like, 4 or 5 picks for him? They basically from a gas mask video. They got him for cheap to begin with.
You talking now. Hold on, fam. Wait a minute. You talking now. You talking now. Yeah.
It was a deal to begin with.
They flipped what's that, 2015's best player. They flipped that dude into 5 first-round picks. Sound good to me? Shit.
Yeah. Hey, Laramie Tunzel's uncle did Miami a favor in the long run, leaking that video. But
of course.
Shout out to them. That's crazy. And I love the move. I'm just so happy that the Eagles moved down to 12. Because it's just cool to me that the Cowboys now, out of all the teams in the NFC East, the Cowboys have the highest pick, so that's always good.
Sure.
It'll be curious to see what type of player falls towards us. Obviously, these people like these quarterbacks out there. Zach Wilson over there throwing matrix cross-body passes down dimes down the field today.
Crazy.
So, man, it's an exciting time. The NFL definitely got the NBA out of here. Everybody was talking about the NBA trade deadline yesterday. I ain't heard a lick of NBA today, so. Yeah, man. But
I got callers, though. I got plenty. I would normally let you linger a little bit, but we got callers today. It's just one of them days, man.
No, I understand, man. It's good catching up with you. Good talking to y'all, man. Voch tried to tell y'all, man, that brick talk is important. But all right, peace out, Voch.
Appreciate you, sir. Hey, man. It's one of them days. Speaking and just options, bro. Having picks give you options. I say it a lot, and I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, man. But I just think a lot of people need to see it that way, They just need to see it that way. Let me get my other sound drop ready. Hold on. Let me get my other sound drop ready. Hey, a lot of y'all wasn't around for this sound drop, but you just got it. Wait. That's too loud. Wait. Okay, here we go. I think this is a little better. Let me drop it down a little bit more. Here we go.
Fuck it. I ain't trying to eat no IHOP.
Shouts out to Cashapp. Let's get back on the phone, man. Listen to what y'all talk about, bro. It's just options, bro. Like if you pick 3rd overall, like you probably got to pick somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you got to pick Penei Sewell if you 3rd overall. If you 6th overall, you can pick anybody. Just that much difference. It's crazy. Let's just kind of go down the list. Well, let's get Tyler in here. Then we're gonna. Okay, so look, listen, beep this out. Watch this. Tyler the Scout up next. Orion on deck. I think there's Isaiah from California in the hole. You in the hole, player. Appreciate you. Let's boogie. Tyler the Scout. What a fun day to be a draft fan, sir.
It is a wonderful day, and Vochi, as I sit here eating the fine cuisine of my local International House of Pancakes. I muse on what the things you've been saying. Ascribe masonry on my masonry, because this is such an amazing day to be an NFL fan, and just the movement's incredible. I wanted to just briefly get in here and talk a little bit about the Eagles side of the trade.
Sure.
You've been talking a lot about Miami right now. The Eagles, if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm pretty fired up right now.
Yes.
Is that 3 first-round picks in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, for them?
Carson and this one. Yes, that's 3 2022 first-round picks. Absolutely. I think the Eagles were leveraging the we could possibly take quarterback market to get more picks, and I like it. Now, I just found it interesting that the Dolphins moved from 12 back into 6. That's really interesting. So that made me feel like they had a player that they really liked. And I saw one of the Adam Schefter, I believe, Ian Rappaport, one of them. They was like, if the Eagles had an opportunity to get Zach Wilson, they would have traded up to 3 overall. They would have tried to get 3 overall, but they felt like Zach was going to be gone because he was quarterback 1/2. So that's very interesting there, that they were either looking for a clear upgrade over Jalen Hurts, or they was just trying to get more picks. But they got more picks, which is good for the Eagles.
And Voch, and I'll tell you this, from the personnel scouting side of things, why did this happen now? Why did this happen today or yesterday? Because realistically, this already happened a couple days ago when the GMs actually signed off on it, but it's now hitting the press today. I think it's because all the workouts that are going on right now, all these pro days, scouts, GMs, head coaches are actually getting to physically talk to the person that they're wanting. And if, again, you fall in love with the kid, you go get him right now. So I think this is all because of the pro days and being able to finally talk to someone in person. And I think that's kind of been that catalyst to why this is all happening right now. Man, this is just so much fun. I'm glad I was able to hop in here. I know you got a lot of callers. I've been going through the tape. It's been a lot of fun. Zaven Collins, my linebacker, won. I'm on board there with you. I'm fired up for my boy from Tulsa. I'm excited. Greg Rousseau is real voluptuous. He's super busty because I don't love him in the first. And I'm hoping Rashawn Slater gets found with a bag of baking soda in his car.
Indeed.
So the Chargers can get him.
Indeed. Listen, though, real fast before you leave, though, Ty, you made a really great point of the timing of this whole thing, because it's not like they just signed all the paperwork within 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I assume it went something like this. The Dolphins talking to the Eagles. Hey, man, if I can get this pick from San Fran, y'all want to come up and do this and da-da-da. And I'd imagine this was really a 3-team deal, kind of, sort of. It's just you needed one piece to be in place before the other pieces. You know what I mean? And it was – I was watching quarterback 1 getting ready to go rip it, and it just happened, and they started zooming in on John Lynch, and then the news just came out back to back to back like that. So I just think they was waiting. They were just waiting on a good time to put it out, and they just all happen to be at BYU right now. I just think it's interesting, man. That's a good little assessment by you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. This has been fun. I'll let you go.
Appreciate you, man. Tyler, the scout. Boom. Hey, for everybody listening right now, I'm going to be going live for round 1, 2, and 3 of the draft. So last year we only did the first round. That was the CeeDee Lamb reaction. So y'all can go and find that if you want to. It was a pretty fun time. We're going to do 3 days. I'll be in the new crib at the new compound. So it should be some top tier stuff. Tune in. You know what I mean?
Fuck it. I ain't trying to eat no IHOP.
Shuts up. You had to be there to understand it. Orion, no. Let's go Joe Sandberg. Let's go Joe I said Orion, so let's go Orion, Isaiah, then Joe Sandberg in the hole. Let's do that, just to be fair to Orion. Let's do it. Orion, what's happening?
Appreciate you. Let me go first. Then.
No doubt. What you got for the show?
Pronouncing my name right.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins are like my secondary team, kind of, and it's just made me so happy to just see them do all this.
Sir. First of all, sir, there's no such thing as a secondary team. You got one team.
AFC team. I'll say that.
Sir, there's no such thing, sir. There's no such thing. If you would cheat on your team, you would cheat on your wife, sir. Come on now. What do you mean?
Okay. I'll say I appreciate how they've built their team and how many picks they have because I need the Cowboys to write some notes down on.
You're a Cowboys fan and you're a secondary Miami Dolphins fan. Is that what this is?
It's not even okay. I worded that very bad. I just appreciate what they've done and I like some aspects of their team, but I just wanted to come on here quickly and just say that like I think the Cowboys should be able to learn like a little something and maybe like I feel like we could I mean I know we're in a great position like on offense and just in general, but being at the 10th pick, I feel like our options are pretty open and I know a lot of the teams before us are going to be selecting QB and I don't know, I just think that it's just interesting where we're at because I feel like we could make a move and get more picks. So. Oh,
Ryan, let me ask you a question. So if the Cowboys are your first team and the Dolphins is your second team, who is your third team?
It
doesn't matter who your third team is.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I know you got hella callers, but
Ryan, I do agree. I do agree that the Cowboys should. I think every team could learn from what Miami's doing right now with the gymnastics that they're doing, and I'm kind of upset that the Cowboys won as many games as they did because that could have been us sitting in one of them spots getting all them picks. But Ryan, appreciate you, man. You should cut that second and third team and just kind of root for one. All right, appreciate
okay,
you, my guy.
Right, have a good one.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I got one team though. I got one team. There ain't no other team. I'm a Cowboy fan. That's it. If the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, they be like, Voch, who you want to make the Super Bowl since the Cowboys ain't in it? And I always say, I hope they cancel that motherfucker because my team ain't in it. I ain't got two teams. There's no such thing as my secondary team. I'm trying to talk to y'all right now. I can't hear myself think because they are chanting his name. It's just interesting, man. Ain't no such thing as my second team. In case y'all didn't know, when I do they are chanting his name and cover the microphone, y'all supposed to go in the chat box and go Vachi, Vachi, Vachi. Y'all, I don't know. Some of y'all didn't know. It's cool. Let's go, Isaiah from California. I got your name written funny. Is this Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I probably did this on the fly then. Let me spell Isaiah properly. I got you. Go ahead, Isaiah from California. What you got for the show?
Hey, Voch, how you doing? Thanks for taking my call. I just had the biggest epiphany, and I thought to myself,
okay,
what if Miami wants Kyle Pitts? What if they badly do not think Kyle Pitts drops to number I forget their other pick. But
18.
What if that is the player in mind? What if it's not even quarterback Rashawn Slater? And I immediately thought about that.
Sure.
And the fear I felt and the fact that Pitts may not be available even for the Cowboys to consider made me realize I'm on the Pitts train. If he lands there, I'm on the Pitts train for sure. I think unless somehow a quarterback drops that far to allow you to trade back, it's Pitts or the best cornerback. And I was wondering what your thoughts were on that.
I have definitely changed my whole tune on this Kyle Pitts thing, but I feel like you have to. I feel like in order to be a good draft person or just a good team evaluator player, you have to be able to change your mind and change your stances sometime. And I was not on the Kyle Pitts in the first round train at all. But the more digging and thoughts and research and just, I'm open to taking Kyle Pitts at 10. I just hope I hope he goes before my team goes, so I don't have to deal with the burden of taking tight end at 10th overall first round. But if the Cowboys get him, I'm gonna be doing some backflips. So 100%. And to your point, just to get this back on Dolphins or whatever, Kyle Pitts could be one of those guys. I think if like there's a lot of big boards that got Kyle Pitts as the best player in this draft. I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't agree, but I wouldn't disagree neither. So if Kyle Pitts is at the top of your board and you didn't feel comfortable at 12 and you fell in love with, okay, so look, if you at 6, and quarterbacks go 1 through 4. That's 2 spots. That's 5, and then there's 6, right? All you got to do is pick 3 players you can't live without, and you're gonna get one of them. If Kyle Pitts is one of them, you don't lose, and you just get extra draft capital on that.
100%. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think whoever Miami does eventually end up taking, as you said earlier, it's not a bad choice. The player just may not work out. Maybe the evaluation was incorrect, but I can't wait to see if Pitts is in Miami. That's going to be a fun team to watch. I don't got no secondary team. It's Cowboys for life, good, bad, no matter what. But it would be fun to watch Pitts in Miami. I'm not going to lie.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, my guy.
Of course.
Man, it would not be fun to see Pitts in Miami because I don't want to play against that. I don't want to play against that. Oh, man. Did I say Joe? Yeah, let's get Joe Sandberg on the phone. Let's get Joe up in here. Then we're going to keep going down the line. If y'all want to call into the show, the number's on the screen, 515-606-5187, access code 309-104. All right, Joe Sandberg, what's happening, sir?
Yo, this is crazy, man. So much stuff going on.
Yeah, I agree.
But here's the greatest thing of all for Miami. You're getting players still in that same tier of where you're originally picking at.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best thing of all.
Right. What else?
Just add in maybe you might lose maybe one guy that might have been on board then, but still, just talk about the same group of guys.
Yeah, basically. I mean, so like I said, if you walked into this as a Miami fan and you have hyped yourself up for Kyle Pitts, for Sewell, or for Jamar Chase or something, you add 2 firsts, a third, and some other little auxiliary pick flips, and you still can get the guy that you fell in love with. That's gymnastics. If somebody told me that somebody did that, I would hate on it because I'm that just sounds too Madden to be real life. You know what I'm saying? But it's real life enough. It's real life enough to be Madden. You know what I'm saying? That's too Madden. Oh, wait. That's too Madden to be real life, but it's too real life enough to be Madden. Ooh. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so you get the great thing of that. You trade away Tunsil. Tunsil only signs a 3-year deal in Houston, which kind of makes it suck more for Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But, wow, I tell you what, they're putting them in a good spot to do great things, but then again, we could have said that last year, and look what happened.
Sure. Indeed, Joe. Indeed. Yo, Joe, I got a gang of callers, man. I'm going to get back to you. Call back on the next show. Appreciate you.
Will do.
Yeah. It's funny. People find find joy in converting me to the Kyle Pitts side. I was just thinking about it, man, because look, I wasn't Kyle Pitts guy at all. You know what I mean? I knew Kyle Pitts was a good player, but it wasn't about Kyle Pitts being a good player. It was about taking tight end in the first. And I was like, man, every film you watch of Kyle Pitts, they got to put a cornerback on that dude. So if you got a receiver that demand corners, and then you got a tight end that demand not only a corner, but cornerback ones. It ain't like people will lie themselves into this false sense of Kyle Pitts is whooping linebackers and safeties. Man, Kyle Pitts whooping Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, and Boss Man Fat. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. We got Ken up next. Rich from New York on deck. AJ, the camera technology guy in the hole. Zach Noel after him. We got 2 super chats. Hold on. Lincoln dropped a dime in the super chat. He says, with free agents left, which one are you excited for? Which one do you think will have the biggest impact for us? Also a former athlete player. I appreciate the film session. Appreciate you, Lincoln. I'm not early free agent dude. Because I don't watch film on all the free agent dudes, and I would rather not lie to your face. But what I do is after your team get a free agent, then I watch the film, and then I become an expert on that player. So appreciate you for the super chat. And T-Town Cruz drop 5. It says, give us a Cowboy pick in the later rounds you would be excited about. That's weird because I don't know who's going to be in there in the later rounds. Deontay Brown, guard from Alabama. Let's get Ken on the phone, see what he's talking about. What's up, Ken? Ken, time out. Okay, cool. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead. I got you. Go ahead.
You good, man?
Go ahead. We got you.
All right. All right. My other thing is about the all the moving around and Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering if I was the only one that listened during that Dak Prescott press conference.
Okay.
At the end of it, they asked Steven how Dan Quinn would help the defense.
Sure.
Steven answered, Dak answered. Then Jerry went off on his Jerry thing, and what he said was, the thing I like about Mike McCarthy is that early in the season he went over to Kellen and told him to keep the offense on the field longer, as in he told them not to score. Adding Kyle Pitts wouldn't really help if your head coach is telling your offensive coordinator not to damn score, and your defense still giving up 35 points a game. So I was just wondering, did you hear that during the press conference and what you think about it, man? Because I think that would really fuck up what you say when you're building the house. You can build a house the best you want. But if you build that son of a bitch on quicksand, it ain't going to last anyway. You know what I mean?
I ain't hear that. I had to go back and listen to it. I thought you were going to say something. Nah, I didn't hear him say.
It's at the hour and 9 minute mark. It's bullshit not.
Hour and 9 minutes. I'll look it up and go back and listen to it and call back on my next show, and I'll let you know how I feel about it, Ken. But I told him it's down. All right, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Oh man, I missed out, and I feel like I listened to it twice. I ain't hear that one. My bad. I'll check it out. We're gonna call an audible to get G from Miami in here. See what he talking about. Then we're gonna get back on task. G from Miami. I got a lot of calls, and I know you love to express yourself, sir. But I do want to hear from you. What you got for the show, sir?
What's good, Voch? What's good?
Y'all always gotta be high when you call my show, man. Y'all always gotta be high when you call my show.
I always sound like that. No, man, I'm just reacting to, like, you know, us building brick by brick. That's all we doing.
Okay.
That's all we're doing. But no, just to react on the trades, I love it. Woke up some good news this morning. Well, about an hour ago actually. And let me just say, we're essentially getting a potential top 5 player outside of any quarterback, and an extra first round pick and an extra third round pick. So can't complain.
Yeah. Can't complain, boy.
Not complain about
can't complain
that whatsoever. So hopefully Devontae Smith or Kyle Pitts or one of those guys are at number 6, and then, you know, we move on from there. But I just had to chime in and just say that right now, you know, Eagles doing Eagle moves and whatnot.
So listen, y'all. G from Miami he's elated right now. You just wouldn't be able to know it because he sounds a little, you know what I'm saying? but he's super excited. This is just how he expresses his super excitement. G, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I got that excitement out like an hour ago. I was like yelling on the phone and everything like that.
I've never
I had to calm down a bit, but yeah.
I've never heard you yell before, man. I got callers. I appreciate you. G said, "Yeah, man, I'm happy as shit, dog. I can't sit still, man. I'm running right now." boy, I just can't sit still, man. I took $100 in ones out of my pocket and I'm just throwing them in the air right now. That's what I'm doing right now because I'm just elated. I'm ecstatic. Appreciate G from Miami. Let's get back into that order. We got platinum people, so we're gonna go Rich from New York up first. Then AJ the Camera Technology guy, then Zach Knoll. Let's boogie. Rich, what's happening?
What's happening, player? Make this real quick and brief, but I think that Miami GM over there has been paying attention to a lot of Voch Lombardi draft talk, you feel me?
Amen. If anybody hired me as a GM, we going to the promised land. You understand? That's just how I feel. But go ahead.
I hear you. I hear you on that. It just looks like, based off what they did, man, you could tell, like, it's kind of like the same soliloquies you've been saying for years now. Not just this draft, but for years now. And man, it's crazy day. But my question, though, for you is, what do you think Miami, if you were the GM doing everything that they've done today, what would you do personally at 6?
Let me pull up Tankathon so I can get a good look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you know I'm a maniac. If I feel like a quarterback doesn't go to Atlanta, and if I feel like a quarterback doesn't go to Cincinnati, I'm trading out of 6 for somebody to come get Trey Lance, and I'm getting more picks. If it's me, you can still get another 3 first-round pick haul for somebody moving up to 6 to get Trey Lance if quarterback don't go to Atlanta and Cincinnati. Now, for the sake of your question, let's say Atlanta draft a quarterback and I'm not taking Mac Jones at 6 or whatever. Let's just say.
Okay.
You have to go best player twice in that order or whatever. So if you at 6 and Penei Sewell is gone, in which he should, or if you think highly of Rashawn Slater, I don't know if he can go that, whatever, you'll see. I think it got to be, man, look, go Waddle. Go Waddle. Because if you're the Dolphins and you're trying to build that thing for Tua or whatever, you can really go whichever way you want to go. But just in terms of being here at 6, get you a Jalen Waddle to go around with them bigger guys that you got and just run it, man. And just go. Or you can get Kyle Pitts and just make this thing weird if you want to. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, go Jalen Waddle and just move on with your life. I wouldn't want to be at 6 because I think that decision too hard. But if you got Jamar Chase at 1, then get Chase. If you got Smith there, get Smith. Slater, whatever. Pitts, sure. I would go Waddle right now. Now, my big board ain't done yet, but just as of you asking me this today, I will go Waddle.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll call another time because I'm sure you got more calls, but I appreciate it, man. All right, enjoy the rest of your stream, all right?
Hey, man, salute to you, my guy. Indeed.
All right, later, player.
Oh, man. Where my button at? There we go. So that's Rich from New York. AJ, the camera technology guy, then Zach Knoll. Then we're going to go 903. See what y'all talking about. AJ, what's happening?
What's up, my man? I'm glad I was able to catch you before I went to the gym and hit these weights.
I was about to go outside and go work out, man. I'm in my workout garb currently, but
I see it.
Hey, man, shit happens. Shit happens, what you got for the show?
I know how it works.
Yeah, man,
I'm agent the camera technology guy. I work in media and stuff. I know how it is. You got to strike while on top, right?
I tell Coach Evans all the time, when the grease is hot, drop the fish. The grease on fire right now. So we're gonna cook, you know what I mean?
I need a button. I need a button for that.
There you go. Oh wait, we gonna
I need a button for that.
Indeed. Go ahead, my good sir.
So I'm just sitting here trying to think about, man, I'd love to be Miami right now. I'm Cowboys all day, but man, I'd love to be Miami right now.
Indeed.
Man, all these bricks that they got, I can't even imagine, because they were probably going to take a receiver. I was thinking they were going to go Smith or Waddle or something like that at 3 anyway, and they move all the way down and then all the way back up. They're going to get the guy that they wanted all along, and got an extra first-round pick to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. And then I'm sitting here thinking, just because I'm just going, I don't know if this is actually how it is.
Because you know what, though? You remember when the 49ers traded back one pick to get Solomon Thomas so the Bears can get Mitch? Now, that ended up being a big shit sandwich for both of them or whatever. But it was so funny how we knew the 49ers were going to get Solomon Thomas, but they added the extra picks on. But this is more egregious than that. This is way more egregious than that, because they really get to keep the guy they want with the additional 2 first-round picks in the future, the second round, and the swap at 5 or whatever. It's just fantastic gymnastics for the Dolphins crew over there.
Yeah, for real. Another thing, I'm just because I've been just watching what news stories and stuff like that, and it seems to me like I'm wondering how. Obviously, you had whoever the scout guy came on earlier talking about he's an Eagles fan or whatever like that. So he is flipping out. He knows this game. He knows he's got 3 first-round picks next year. Mm-hmm. But I imagine there's a lot of Eagles fans out there that are sick right now because of their receiver core and who they got, and they just traded away from potentially. That's
interesting.
Waddle,
that's interesting.
Waddle,
yeah, go ahead.
Or Smith.
Now, Tyler called in early. He's a Lions fan, but he's just kind of overall guy. But that's fair. You did kind of trade away from Pitts, Waddle, Chase, and what's the name? Now, even though I think this is better for the Eagles because it puts them in a situation where they can draft a linebacker or like a cornerback if they want to. You know what I mean? So that's wide open for them. And I think that gets them better than drafting a receiver first, but they definitely traded out of them spots. So if it's going to be harder for Hurts next year, cool. Do what you got to do.
But and going off of what you were saying, but they got bricks now. So if they wanted to move back up and jump ahead of someone else that say and wanted some other guy or something like that, they got ammunition. They can trade back up if they need to. But that's the important thing. You get your bricks.
Sure.
Then you play the game.
Sure. Can't beat that with a stick, player. Go ahead.
Let me. So I gotta go hit the gym. I know you got a lot of callers and stuff like that. But I got a question for vegan Voch.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do for protein and stuff like that? Do you go with the seitan or whatever they call that wheat meat thing, or like what do you do on that front?
Well, I actually haven't been vegan Voch in a long time because I don't feel powerful as a vegan. You know what I'm saying? I just feel weak. You know what I mean? So and I'm sure there are some strong vegans. It just ain't for me. So I just been doing and it's not even keto. It's just like low carbs and go run outside. You know what I'm saying? Because keto, you have to put a certain amount of fats into your body, and I ain't trying to eat butter and avocados all day. So I just kind of cut carbs, drink water, and go outside. And that shit been working.
Well, let me just give you something from that side. I don't want to dip into things that I don't know too much about.
Go ahead.
But just things that I've been reading up. So the workout program that I got going on is by a guy named Dr. Jim Stepani.
Uh-huh.
He has a gymsupplementscience.com.
Uh-huh.
He's got me on this. He's got me on a program right now called Super Shredded 8, and I'm just finishing up the first week, and I already want to die.
Well, I don't want no shit that's gonna make me feel like I'm gonna die, man. fuck I want that for?
I understand that, but it's like the workouts are tough. I can feel the fat and stuff coming off already. Not that I'm like big guy, like super big guy or anything like that, but something to look into.
All right. AJ say I feel like shit, but it's cool. All right, AJ, I appreciate it.
All right.
Oh man, I was telling some people I was cool with. I forgot who I was talking to. When I'm done moving and all this or whatever, I'm actually gonna join an MMA gym just to get back into that because I was doing it a long time ago. Then I came to Houston. I just never got back into it. When I get back in the MMA gym and lose my weight, it's gonna be over with. Now you would think that Voch is only doing that to get in shape, but Voch is joining the MMA gym just in case somebody want to do like a YouTuber fight card and they call Voch out. I don't want to get embarrassed in front of y'all, so I got to work on my rear naked choke. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the phones. We got Brandon from Franklin Football who has privilege over all y'all, so we're going to get him in. Then we're going to go Zach No, then we're going to go 903. My bad. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing, my brother?
Cooler, my guy. What you got for the show?
So
it doesn't matter what you have for the show. My bad, sir. My bad. Go ahead.
So, I would have did the exact same thing. I don't even blame you. So peep this.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Eagles trade.
Okay.
And I think about, I think that the Eagles GM just didn't want to get a receiver draft wrong again.
Mm-hmm.
So he just wanted to remove that from the equation. You feel what I'm saying?
Which is silly. Which is silly. If you got a problem, like, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because you got to think about how many times they got it wrong. So they
are you getting fussed at? Are you getting fussed at right now? Are you getting fussed at?
No.
You getting fussed at? I'm
a fiance now.
It doesn't matter what you are. You getting fussed at. You getting fussed at. Clean them dishes right now.
Oh my God. So here's what I was saying though.
Tell me why you folding them clothes up. Tell me what you saying. Why you folding them clothes up? Go ahead.
Look, it's tasty.
I can't believe she got me drinking almond milk. Go, man, talk so I can quit. Go ahead, man.
So, yeah, I think that they just want to get the opportunity to try to do something right. And don't get me wrong, I think that they still gonna do it wrong because the Eagles historically haven't been able to draft.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll make me happy. But we talk about building your house a lot. This is hustling backwards.
Yeah.
You downgraded at quarterback. Now, you obviously have faith in the guy, but as of right now, that's a downgrade. You're not surrounding that guy with the help.
Okay.
And if you had the opportunity to get Hurts, you know, a guy like Kyle Pitts or Devonta Smith, for example, you would be doing your friend a bit. The Eagles, honestly, they like even Trey, they ultimately lost.
Mm.
And that's all I got. Now I'm gonna go inside and eat some cake.
Nah, I ain't no eat no cake. You was getting fussed at, player. You need to go in there and wash them clothes. I do think that if your GM is afraid of drafting improperly, then something else needs to be evaluated. I don't think trading out of a pick is an excuse, or trading away because I don't think I'm a draft the right guy is a good excuse. Because if you don't think that you're gonna draft the right guy, you're in the wrong business. Just take the right dude and move on with your life. But I don't know, man. They can mess up all they want to. Appreciate you, Brandon.
All right, peace.
Hey, hold on, time out. I got to rewind that, dog. Did you hear her say, Brandon? Let's go back. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. How long was that call? About a minute and a half? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what we got. Tell me what you said while you folding them clothes. Go ahead. Let's see.
Look.
Which is silly. Which is silly. If you got a problem, like, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because you got to think about how many times they got it wrong.
Wait a minute. Then the pause from him. Hold on. Go ahead.
Because you got to think about how many times they got it wrong.
Nah, player. You got to think about how many times you got it wrong. That boy said, "Hey man, hey look man, the Eagles and the yeah." So, boy, you better. You better be scrubbing that roof. Brandon on the phone trying to network, and Brandon trying to get his football knowledge up. I don't smell no dinner cooking. Damn, dog. Brandon. It couldn't be me. Oh man. Let's go Zach Noel, see what Zach Noel talking about. What's up, Zach Noel?
Hey, good afternoon, brother. How you doing?
I'm cool, my guy. What you got for the show?
Well, I got to say, I'm loving the 10th spot with the Cowboys right now. I'm loving the 10th pick. I'm loving that we got the first pick, that we're taking the best player off the board.
Yeah.
And we're not, whatever that player is at pick number 10, we're going to have the best player out of this draft, a better player. We're going to draft a better player than the Giants, the Eagles, the Redskins. So I'm happy where we're at right now.
Yeah, I agree. And then also, like, just for us being at 10 or whatnot, we can get the best defensive player on the board. Now, whoever that player is, I don't even have a good idea about who that is. But, whoever the team decides is the best player on defense, then I think us sitting at 10, because I think there's going to be a run on offense. So whoever that is sitting at 10, we're at an advantage of getting that guy. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I like Patrick Surtain at 10 personally, but on the other hand, I think the way that with these trades, I think it's pretty clear that San Francisco, they're targeting a quarterback. Jets are a wild card; they can take a quarterback. They can trade out. Who knows what they're going to do? But it's likely that a terrific offensive player can fall to 10 as well. That makes it hard to take Patrick Surtain. I mean, if it's an offensive tackle, I kind of lean towards the offensive tackle. But on the other hand, I feel Patrick Surtain, I'm high floor guy. I like players that are going to come in with a high floor, that are going to make an impact day one, and I think he's going to his skill set. I think he will translate to the NFL right away and be a solid starter, not a high liability in our secondary, and I think that would be good for us.
Yeah, indeed. So no matter what happens, I think it's always best to just, get the best guy, regardless, So if the best guy is a tight end, then just get the tight end, Or if the best guy is a offensive tackle, then of course you would feel even better by getting an offensive tackle because the tackle player value is better than a tight end's player value. But damn, dog, Kyle Pitts made me lose sleep, man. So if it's if it's any of the three corners that I'm always talking about, right? Surtain, Horn, or Boss Man Fat. I don't think it's gonna be Boss Man Fat, but for me, either the three corners, the two tackles, or the tight end. If I get one of those guys, I'm cool.
Yeah, same here. But let me tell you, a week ago, I was keeping my fingers crossed I was going to be Kyle Pitts, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
I just think about him in our offense with Kellen Moore, and Kellen Moore's not afraid to scheme up some stuff.
Sure.
I mean, just imagine 12. We could just run 12 personnel all day. We could run 11 personnel with Kyle Pitts. At our tight end position, he could be in line, or you can motion him out, and boom, all of a sudden we're we got a 4-wide look. 22 personnel. Now imagine this: 22 personnel. Now imagine 22 personnel with Kyle Pitts, Dalton Schultz.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Now, this is where it gets a little crazy.
I agree.
This is where it gets a little crazy.
Go
CD Lamb in the backfield with our man Tony Pollard in the backfield as well. Split running backs. I mean, can you imagine what we could do with that?
Hey man, somebody got to sit down, man. I think Dalton Schultz in that situation, Blake Jarwin, they're gonna have to share snaps, man. I think if you end up getting a guy like Pitts, then you would have to sit Jarwin because they're the similar guy. Because Schultz is the better blocker or whatever. I didn't want to do it, but thinking back to my Natchez days, man, like if I was coaching the Natchez, you gave me this situation. They said, okay, Voch, we're either going to help the defense or we're going to give you this tight end that you got to put the number one corner on it. And I give me the tight end that you got to put a number one corner on with my other three receivers that you probably got to put a number one corner on, and we just going to boogie. Now look, the great Nick Saban, right? Let me say this. Voch says this, right? The great Nick Saban came out. There was a little clip that was going around the Twitter earlier. He further cemented the idea that defense don't win championships no more. You need defense. But he was like, you got to score. You got to outscore. Offense wins. Now, look, when Voch came out and said offense win championship, everybody want to jump on Voch. You can call Voch wrong all you want to. I'll take this. I'll take that all day, every day. People call me wrong all the time. I dare y'all to call Nick Saban wrong. I dare you to say Nick Saban wrong. So if you got to score in this league and the Cowboys got 10 picks and you get the tight end, just make sure the other line on defense, man. Appreciate you, Zach. Great call, Doc.
Hey, you bet, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. Let me get on y'all real quick, man. Let me. I don't want to pat me on the back. I don't want to be told you so, guy, man. But I'm feeling a little spicy today, man. I'm feeling a little spicy, my guy. Hold on my profile real quick. I can't wait to have my 2 screens set up at the new crib, so I ain't gotta look all over on the side and shit. This is Nick Saban, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to Nick Saban real fast. Listen to him.
We have good defense. I mean, we gave up 19 points a game last year, and that was first in the SEC. 19 points a game. That's 6 points above what we think is average, which is giving up 13 points a game. And it's first in the SEC. So the game is different now. People score fast. The whole idea, like I grew up with the idea that you play good defense, you run the ball, you control vertical field position on special teams, and you're going to win. Whoever rushes the ball the most for the most yards is going to win the game. You're not going to win anything now doing that. Because the way the spread is, the way the rules are to run RPOs, the way the rules are that you can block downfield and throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, those rules have changed college football. And no huddle fastball has changed college football. So I changed my philosophy about 5 or 6 years ago. And it was more than that. When Lane came here, we said we got to outscore them.
And that's all football. That's all football. Like he said college football, but that's all football. If you look at the National Football League, if you look at high school football, if you look at the American Football Conference, you look at the Lingerie Football League, the Chinese Football League, the league that Isaac Aracon, the Mexican College Football League, the one that Johnny Manziel playing in, the Fan Madden League, no matter what league you looking at, RPO, screen game, spread, quick game is taking over. Taking over. You can stay backwards if you want to, but you got to score points. But Voch, Tampa Bay just won a Super Bowl playing great defense. Sure. But I can also make the argument that the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl because they were playing bad offense. But we ain't got to do that today, though. Let's get 903 on the phone here. What are you talking about? Get 903 on the phone. 903, what's up? Who this?
Hey, this is Matthew from East Texas.
What's up, Matthew from East Texas? What you got for the show?
Nothing much. I was just going to talk about, all these trades going on, and look at us at 10, the Cowboys, and I fell in love with J.C. Horn. I'm not going to lie. I fell in love with him. So I'm saying if Surtain and J.C. Horn are on the board at 10 with Pitts, do you trade down to, I'd say, the 15, 16 range and just see who's there? Or do you take, Pitts or Horn, whoever you feel is better?
Always take the better guy. Because watch this, right? Well, not even always, but just peep this out. I don't believe in trading back. I think people use the word trade back because they think that it happens every time a trade happens. Teams trade up more than trading back. Teams only trade back when they don't have picks, and it's a very weird kind of situation. Like the Dolphins didn't trade back today. They just traded up twice. Pardon me. They were in control. Like the 49ers traded up, and then the Dolphins came back and traded up. You see what I'm saying? If you the Cowboys sitting at 10, your idea of trading back would be, hey, somebody give me multiple picks so you can draft at this spot that I don't want to draft at. That don't happen all the time. Teams go up and get their guys. We're not calling people looking for guys. So what you got to hope for at 10, if you don't want to be at 10, you got to hope somebody wants somebody at 10 to come up and give you picks. If that's not going to happen, then you're just going to be drafting at 10. You see what I'm saying? So if it's out of Pitts, Surtain, or Horn, I don't want you to. I don't feel great about you putting me on the spot like that because this whole Horn thing is just. I mean, this whole Pitts thing is just tricky, man. This whole Kyle Pitts tight end at 10 thing is. I haven't fully made my mind up on it yet. I would love to have Pitts. I don't know if I want him at 10, but as of now, I will say I like Horn better than Surtain. Horn is my cornerback 2. Relatively. So I would take Horn over Surtain, and I'll just have to be fine with that, and I'll be sick that I'm missing out on Pitts.
That's how I feel. It's just hard to say that, I want a tight end at 10 because we just gave Blake Jarwin that contract, and Dalton Schultz, he did pretty solid last year. I'm not going to say that he's great, but, he's a good, reliable catcher that can block as well. Yeah. So at that point, I just feel like J.C. Horn would be the better option, in my opinion, because, watching you, I'm a broke college student, so I can't get the Patreon. But if you guys out there want to watch some good film, go join his Patreon. But anyways, I watched your J.C. Horn film you just threw up, and, like you said, he better ball skills. He looks he looks like he loves to play football. Yeah. And that's what I like to see. That's what I wish the Cowboys would get.
Man, I tell you what, man, wait till I drop that Boss Man Fat film session. I'm gonna shake the world up when I drop that Boss Man Fat. You know what I mean? Just wait. In case y'all ain't know, Boss Man Fat is Kelvin Joseph's rap name. So I call him Boss Man Fat, but I'm talking about Kelvin Joseph, the cornerback from Kentucky. Go ahead.
Did he not test at the his pro day?
His pro day is on the 31st.
Oh, because I was looking up the Kentucky pro days, and I didn't see his name on there or anything about him, so I didn't know if he tested or not.
I don't know. We'll see. But if it, like I mean, I don't know. I mean, just give me time to figure it out and check it out, and I'll let you know. But if we get to April Fool's Day and I ain't got no boss man fat times or whatever, then we gonna panic and cross that road whenever we get there. But hey, Matt, appreciate you, man. Great call. I just made you platinum. Salute.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. That's Matt from East Texas, ladies and gentlemen. He sound like a Matt from East Texas, don't he? Well, I'll tell you what. Just because they land in the bed don't mean they sleep. Yep. Let's get back to the phone, man. I'll work out at some point. Now, this is a funny looking number. I don't trust these funny looking foreign numbers. You know the numbers that got like plus sign 351 space 1 2 3 4 5. I don't trust them numbers. I don't know. I'll come back to it. 575 up next. 952 on deck. 407 in the hole. How long have I been streaming? Give me 30 seconds. See how long I've been streaming. How long I've been streaming? Y'all ain't gonna tell me? You ain't gonna tell me about an hour 15? That ain't terrible. That ain't terrible. Hour 15 minutes ain't terrible at all. I might have time to go outside today. Now, 575. What's up? Who this?
Hey, this is Michael from New Mexico.
Mike from New Mexico. What's happening, my guy? What you got for the show?
Not much, man. You know, me and my friend, he's a Dolphins fan, so we've been going all morning talking about this and wanted to get on the show. And we've been arguing about the quarterbacks. He really likes Zach Wilson over Fields and Lance, and I know you feel the same way. So I was kind of wondering, you know, why that is, because I feel like really that Wilson could be good, but I feel like Fields and Lance have a better chance of actually making it better in the NFL. So I wanted to see why you felt the way you did.
Here's my logic about quarterbacks nowadays, right? If the NFL can make Jalen Hurts a good quarterback, they can make anybody one. That means in like Tua, he can also be a good quarterback. Josh Allen, before Josh Allen got good, he was solid. You know what I mean? Mitch can win football games for you. So when I look at quarterbacks nowadays, I no longer look at what they can't do. I look at what they do well, and then we go from there. I do agree that Justin Fields and Trey Lance have a certain floor with their legs. But I think that when it's time to get figured out, we have to see what they do when it's time to I hope this making sense. We got to see what they do when they get figured out by the league. I think all four of these guys are going to have a good first year. But then we got to see what happens next. Zach Wilson, not only can he make more throws than them, but I think he can play with less talent than them because he's played with nothing but BYU kids since he been playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the only one of these top guys that we're talking about, including Trask and Mac Jones and all of them. He's the only one that got to throw to BYU kids, but his film didn't drop because of it. You know what I'm saying? So you look at the type of throws that he makes. You look at the type of throws and the platforms that he makes them from. You look at him and be like, man, what makes him special? And then he'll go out and he'll roll out to the left from the left hash and make a throw into the back right pylon. You know what I mean? Those special kind of throws. I don't know if Zach Wilson is going to be better than the other two kids, than Lance and Fields. I don't know if he's going to be better because I don't have a magic wand. I don't know. But just projecting the throws that he can make right now, Lance and Fields don't make the throws with the kind of touch that he makes, with the level of ease and consistency that he makes them. That's why I got Zach Wilson as my quarterback one.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean I can definitely see it. I just think, I guess I feel like Lance and Fields have a higher ceiling, but I mean, it's like you said. I mean, it's if he can make the better throws. I think that's. I mean, passing in the NFL right now, that's what's going to get you to the Super Bowl.
Now, see, that's interesting. I think that's interesting. Sorry for cutting you. I think that's interesting because I think Lance and Fields have the higher floors and Zach has the highest ceiling. Because I still think Zach is a wild man out there. You know what I mean? So if you can temper Zach down and make him cerebral, then Zach can be dangerous. Zach could be Pat Mahomes. And I hate when people look at all new gunslingers and they say, "Oh, he's the next Pat Mahomes." But I don't know how long you've been watching my show, man. But you talking to a dude where, and I don't want to pat myself on the back because I hate being that guy. But in 18, 17, whichever draft that was, I was like, yo, man, this Pat dude got the ugliest mechanics in the world, but he make it work. So you got to look at, does he or does he not make it work? And Zach Wilson is a guy that kind of makes it work a little bit, and his mechanics ain't as ugly. So I think he has the highest floor. I think the other guys with their legs, I think Zach has the highest ceiling, but the guys with legs have the higher floor because you could just RPO, read option them first year and just be fine with it.
Okay. One quick thing. How mad are you that Dallas doesn't have the 4th pick and we didn't make this trade?
I'm pissed off, man. We definitely should have lost a lot more games. Andy Dalton should have been on the sideline. We should have ran Ben DiNucci the rest of the way because we knew that Andy and them wasn't taking us to the Super Bowl, and we fired Mike Nolan anyway. We might as well have just restarted. And there was the old Cowboy fan, the old fan in general, because it wasn't just Cowboys. It was everybody kind of going through this or whatever. But the whole you play to win the game, tanking is you don't build a winning culture by tanking, but you build a winning roster by accumulating draft picks. So I'm pretty pissed off that the Dolphins are doing what the Cowboys should have did, but I'm happy for the Dolphins because they're showing the new way.
I completely agree. I already told my Dolphins fan I'm jealous.
Yeah, indeed. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you getting me on.
Yep, Mike from New Mexico. I want to shout out to Vito in my Cash App. Hold on, what'd he do? He dropped 3 in the Cash App. He say, just because. Keep grinding, homie. Appreciate you, sir. I know your olive oil business doing good, Vito, and all that, so. You know what I'm saying, before you go back to your homeland of Sicily and stab the old man that killed your pops, your mom, and your brother, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you say he from Portugal. He just dropped 5 in the super chat. I'm gonna go down super chats in a second. Y'all give me a minute, but we say John from Portugal. John,
hey, how's it going?
What's good, my guy? Thanks for calling in from Portugal. Go ahead.
Portugal, yes, the adjunct to Brazil and very cold compared to Brazil. Anyway, so let's talk about Horn versus Slater.
Okay.
I've lost you. Oh, no.
No, I'm good. You good?
I can't. Oh, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Good. Hey.
You good?
So let's talk about Horn versus Slater and team identity for a second, okay?
Okay.
I was thinking about a lineup like Horn. If you add Horn to the backfield, then you got Horn and Wilson and Lewis and Diggs. Now you're starting to get kind of a lot of attitude. Oh, a lot of fantastic chippy attitude.
Sure.
Oh, dang, I can't hear you.
I'm good. Go ahead. Go ahead. You good.
But what I'm.
Go ahead.
Oh, cool. This delay's kind of weird. Anyway, so just to kind of create a team identity, and Horn being so chippy and so grabby and so fierce, to go with Donovan Wilson, who's just a guy who'll hit you in the mouth, and Keanu Neal, who'll just hit you in the mouth, and Wilson, who'll talk your head off if they, wherever they run him or play him.
Okay.
And I just think that that'd be kind of a great team identity to start building on the defense. But if you flip it around and you say, okay, we don't take Horn, we take Slater, then it's all about, how many minutes more can we control the ball? Can Dallas control the ball for 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
If the defense is 25th in the league and they suddenly are off the field for 5 more minutes, does that not make them the 18th best defense, suddenly, without doing a thing?
Sure.
So for me, I wonder, what do you think, Voch, is better? If taking the ball away from the defense, if you will, getting the defense off the field, or leaving them on the field? What do you think's better?
So with this situation in particular, I think the Cowboys have enough offense to be powerful enough to do whatever it is that they want to do. Now, if the defense was average and the offense was average, then I would be trying to build my offense because just like I said, just like the GOAT Nick Saban said, you have to put up points in this league. But the Cowboys offense is already built enough to put up points in this league. You see what I mean? So what that means now is I just need my defense to not be the worst defense in the world. So if you're giving me an option between Slater and Horn, in my mind, I would say Slater because Slater is the better player. But I like what you're saying in a sense of you need to rebuild the temperament of your defense. I like the idea of adding guys and just what that does to the culture of your team or what it does to like the swag of your team. Because in this situation, I'm not going defense because I really like Slater. But a couple of weeks ago, in my mind, I was like, if you add a guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame, who's a little angry dude, just an angry linebacker type dude, then you go get Elijah Moden from Washington, who's a nickel corner, but he's the angriest small nickel corner I've ever seen in my life. And then you just happen to get a guy like Ardarius Washington, who's another angry free safety type guy from TCU, then you just added 3 angry dudes to go along with your defense. And that angry energy will make everybody else angry. You just can't be soft and your teammate angry. You know what I mean? So I do think
that's why I actually kind of love this draft.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because you can pick one way or the other and kind of win either way. Like the team gets so much better either way without really compromising one side or the other. Like you could just say we control our destiny on offense and put Slater in there and just roll. There's Team 40 Burger, bam, solidified. Mm-hmm. Or you say our defense is going to hurt you. Yeah. Please enjoy coming to Dallas. You got two kind of winning ways, if you will, and I think that's pretty good. I'm going to be pretty happy. I feel like I'm going to be pretty happy with this draft overall because of that reason.
Sure. Sure, 100%. Listen, John from Portugal, you just made my day because we're international over here. But I do have a question for you before I leave. Right, I got a homeboy, Sadie Fresh. He's my brother, actually. So, he wants to know how much is the American dollar worth in Portugal, because he feels like he could just because he feels like he can just take $100 and go over there and just be king for a week. So I'm asking you, like, what's the American dollar translated over there?
It's actually the opposite right now. The U.S. dollar is worth about 79 cents, whereas a year ago it was worth about 95 cents. Now that comes and goes. People manipulate currency, whatever. But so right now it's not great for the American dollar is kind of weak over here right now. But that'll probably change sometime in this year. It always goes up and down. But right now you should wait.
Okay. Shouts out to all my
$200, and then he's got $150 worth of stuff.
Oh man, okay, cool. Shouts out to all of my foreign exchange traders and all that good stuff over there. And shouts out to you, John. This was very interesting. So next time you call in, I'll know that it's John from Portugal, and I ain't got to make you wait so long, and I'll just bring you up. Appreciate you, man.
No worries. Have a sweet day.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
My homeboy thought he could just take $1,000 and and it was gonna be like the massage parlor in Rush Hour 2. He thought he was gonna be Ricky Tan. He thought he was gonna walk in with $1,000. He's gonna look any girl. Let me give it a walk call on that, man. Let me walk call that one time. Rue Glock says go to the Dominican Republic to DR. He says we live like kings in DR. Brother said you might have to make a quick audible and not go to Brazil, but you might want to go to the Dominican Republic. There you go, right there. Sadie Fresh saying don't judge me. Here in the chat box right there. Shouts out to Sadie Fresh. We got 2 more calls. Let me lock the phones.
The conference has been locked
because I do want to go outside at some point. And we're going to get it going. Jerome Brooks, is that who this is?
Yeah, what's up, Voch, man? I've been messing with you for about, I would say, since 2018. I just got a lot of respect for your football knowledge and IQ, man. I just want to give you props. You know what I'm saying?
Man, appreciate it, Ron. Where you from, Jerome?
the Bay Area, Antioch, California.
Let me ask you. So watch this, Jerome. So if I had $100 American, how much is that worth in the Bay Area?
$100.
It doesn't matter how much $100 is worth in the Bay. I'm playing, Jerome. I'm playing. We having fun on the show, Jerome. My bad. DJ's word dropped the dub in the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. I'm gonna answer your question in a second. Go ahead, Jerome. My bad. What you got for the show, my guy? Somebody in the chat box told me to do it, man. Go ahead.
I'm a 49er fan. You know.
How do you feel about this?
First
Go ahead.
I mean, I like it because, like, man, Jimmy G, he can't get it done, man. You already know the deal with that, man. He couldn't make the throw in the Super Bowl, so I mean, I just feel like we got to move on. If we could get any draft picks from New England, which I heard we can, but who knows? I mean, we'll see. I mean, I would like to trade them for, like, a second round pick or a third round pick. That'd be nice.
Sure.
You know?
Do you have a preference of Justin Fields or Trey Lance?
I like Trey Lance.
Okay.
I just like Trey Lance better. Them Ohio State quarterbacks, I just don't know, man. But if there was an Ohio State quarterback that I would take, I mean, compared to, like, Dwayne Haskins and the ones in the past, I feel like Justin Fields is definitely the best out of all of them.
Yeah, probably so. Makes sense.
Yeah, so do you think the Jets could possibly go with Penei Sewell, number 2?
I don't think so, dog.
Second pick?
I don't think so, dog. Quarterback 1 just had a hell of a pro day, and I don't think they're gonna take him first. I don't think Jacksonville gonna go with Zach Wilson first. So I think if the Jets have an opportunity to get Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence, I don't think they're gonna hold on to Sam Darnold just because of that. Like, I understand they've been trying to talk the Jets up to doing that because it makes good news and a good talking point storylines or whatever, but they're probably going to take quarterback and move on with their life.
Yeah, you probably right. Another question I got for you. Who do you like better, Mac Jones or Tua?
At the end of the day, I might say Tua, but I just want people to hold Mac Jones in that same level of respect that they hold Tua. I think Tua is a better thrower of the football, but we just can't pretend like, like if you ask people what they don't like about Mac Jones, they're like, oh, well, Mac Jones did all these great things, but look at the help he had. Look at all the help he had. Tua got the same help Mac Jones had, plus Judy, Ruggs, and Jedrick Wills. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just don't want people to diminish what Mac Jones did in Alabama. But I would take Tua as a player over Mac.
And if you were the GM of the 49ers and let's say the Jets take Zach Wilson, who would you take with the number 3 pick for your between
Justin Fields and
Trey Lance?
I would take Justin Fields. Justin Fields got the better pedigree. I think as of now he has the better film. Now, of course, I could change my mind at any time between now and April. But I think Justin Fields already had a good enough resume, and then he came out and whooped Sunshine in the playoff game or whatever. So I just think that just does even more for him in terms of like big game guy. I just like intangible things like that. I don't want to just say he's gonna be bad because Ohio State quarterbacks end up being bad, because that might be the case. But if you're making me choose between those two guys, I would say Justin Fields.
Okay, for sure. One last question. Najee Harris, right? He's from Antioch, California.
Okay.
I actually played against him in high school.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, he's special. And I think people are kind of sleeping on him. I think he could be he is a top 10 player on my big board.
Okay.
Me personally, I think he's a top 10 player. So, do you think Najee Harris or Ezekiel Elliott was a better prospect?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get you up on the phone, Jerome. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate it, man. It's a real good call, Jerome. Hey, man, call back next time, man. I just put you down platinum, so next time you call in, I know it's you. I know it's you, man. Value of American dollar in Dominican Republic. Let's see. A dollar is 56.95 pesos. So what that mean? Like what that mean? Let's see. Let me just, how much is it? Let's see. But how valuable is it though? How valuable is it though? Okay, what can you get for a peso? Can you get for a peso? Because if you get 50 pesos for $1 in the Dominican Republic, and you can go crazy with a handful of pesos, then you how much will 3,500 Dominican pesos buy? Let's see. This is interesting. Let's see. Definitely get them a great night out together. Okay, cool. Apparently, you can have fun with 3,000 pesos, which is what, $100 or something. I don't know. I stopped counting. I'm terrible at math. Somebody tell me what that is. I'm just talking to the chat box right now. The motherfucking currency exchange in this bitch. Yes, we're exchanging currency in here. One time. My homeboy said, man, he want to be Ricky Tan so bad, man. Let's get back to the phone, man. Hear what y'all talking about. 407. What up? Who this?
This is Randy from Miami. I'm a 24-year-old Dolphin fan, and finally...
It doesn't matter how old you are. Randy, now you must be super excited, though, my guy.
Yeah, and let me tell you why. I mean, my whole life, we've lived in the realm of mediocrity. We've done the draft wrong. We've done free agency wrong, doing contracts wrong. And now finally we have some flexibility. People want to say that 2019 was a tank. Greer and Flores turned the ship around. Like, I feel like for us, we have assets, we have resources now. When we sign contracts, there are deals like the Kyle Van Noy deal that we can get out of if it doesn't quite work the way we want.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been that way my whole life. So it's kind of cool. And I do want to remind you, too, that the Laramie Tunsil deal also included second-round picks, not just first. So we've had multiple first and multiple seconds for multiple years now. My question that I wanted to bring to you was, as far as this whole series of trades went, we really only netted a third and a 2023 first. Do you feel like we could have done better? I mean, yeah, we're happy because we're extending that flexibility. But how do you feel about a 2023 first and a third as kind of all we really netted out of this?
So I don't want you to get discouraged and say that's all that we netted, because you got those picks, but you still get to pick whoever the hell you was going to draft this year anyway. You know what I mean? So if you walked in,
absolutely.
If you walked in saying at third overall, I'm taking Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, or Kyle Pitts, you can still get one of those gentlemen at 6, and you get those additional picks. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to feel discouraged. Now, if it was me, I would have kept that first round pick that y'all sent to the Eagles and just picked at 12. But I like what y'all did, man, because there's a certain balance you got to find from gaining picks but keeping talent. You know what I mean? Because if you're the Browns, you could trade away from, you know what I'm saying? Like you could trade away from a really good player, but you end up taking like David Njoku and like Jabril Peppers. You know what I mean? So you still got to make the actual the actual talent come back. So what I like is they traded away from 3. They really only traded away 3 spots or whatever, right? So look at it like that. You trade away 3 spots and you got what, 2 firsts and a third and the other little switch of 5th round picks. That ain't bad at all. So you do nothing but win here. So no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think they had their eye on probably one of the pass catchers, so they probably felt like 3 was a little too rich for that, and that they could get the same guy. And like, who's going to be upset if we have to pick between Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts?
Sure.
Like, or Devontae Smith even. I'm high on Smith too.
Sure.
So I think the chemistry with Waddle and Smith and Tua is something that kind of adds value to them that would justify them. Maybe 6 is a little high. I don't know how you feel about. You'd probably rather go someone else.
Nah.
I'd probably rather go Pitts.
Nah, I mean, all those guys are fine at 6. You know, that's basically what you're gonna be getting at 6. I'll tell you this too, though, since I'm a maniac. You look, I said this earlier. I don't know when you called in. You got the 6th overall pick. If a quarterback is there at 6, in which I think it can be, your ass can still trade out of that pick for some team that want a quarterback, and you can turn that 6th pick into more picks. So don't get discouraged. Shit, play the game.
Yeah, no, I'm not discouraged. I'm excited about it. And another thing that's important about this trade is next year the Eagles have our first-round pick and not the 49ers. We are rolling with the 49ers first-round pick. As an optimistic Dolphin fan, I actually feel like that's better for us because I predict we went 10-6 last year and didn't lose anybody from last year to this year. We're only adding. And we're finally going to get Tua some help probably with the receivers. So I'm guessing our pick is going to be a later pick than the 49. I don't know how much later because I like Shanahan, and I'm sure if they get Wilson, which would be criminal if they let that happen. But yeah, I think that like it's important that we have that 49ers pick because I do think that'll probably end up being later than what the Dolphins pick will be, genuinely.
Man, the 49ers ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, good. Good, that's what we want to hear. We want another top 10 pick, Voch, so we can continue to get Chris Greer, the trade demon, to continue to build for this team and build assets. I love Greer and Flores. I also feel like these moves buy them extra time. Not that they're on any kind of hot seat, but I kind of want them to work out. You know, I'm sick of the coaching carousel. I'm sick of I want Tua to work out because I like Tua, and I'm sick of being 24 years old and having 24 quarterbacks that I've rooted for in the last, in that time period. So
Indeed, sir.
Yeah, I feel like things are going right. That's all I've got, Voch, but thanks for the stream.
Yo, man, great call, dog. Great call. I'm about to talk about the Dolphins for the next 10 minutes, so salute to you, sir.
All right, I'm going to listen.
Yeah. If y'all just take a look at this, man, this is why you do it. Hold on, let me get my man's off the phone. Tell me, what's your name, my guy? What's your name? Cat on the phone? 407, what's your name?
Oh, 407's Randy.
Randy, right. I'm going to put you in platinum,
yeah,
Randy. Go ahead.
Cool. I've been watching for years, Voch. Yeah, I've been watching for maybe 3 years. I always watch all your film breakdowns. It teaches me how to think. So not how to think, but I can't watch film like you can. So I just watch it, listen, absorb, make my own, judgments off of that. But yeah, I'm a big fan.
Appreciate you, Randy. Next time you call in, I know it's you. You're platinum now. Salute.
Thank you.
Get Randy up out of there. Boom. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you just take a look at your screen right now, let me just close the phones up. Phones are done. Appreciate all y'all for calling in. This is what you want. This is what you. Yo, son, dog. Let me just play the walk off for Dolphins fans right now, man. That's what you want. You can't beat that with a stick, man. You can't beat that with a stick, bro. So look, as a Cowboy fan, I was happy that we get 4 top 100 picks. How about 5? 2 of them in the top 20. They got 4 top 50 picks with an 82. And all this is just from negotiating your draft properly. That's all. Cowboys was drafting in this spot last year, right? Remember we had 50 something and 80 something. We was drafting right here last year. But they get the 6th overall pick, which wasn't a pick, and the 36th overall pick, which wasn't a pick. Crazy. You know what I could do with some picks like this? Voch personally, you know what Voch can do with picks like this? I just think Miami been doing it right, man. I just think Miami been doing it right, man. Now I don't totally agree with all of their draft decisions, but that's not my business. Just like the late great Black Phillip say, a good joke and a bad joke come from the same birth. I think the same way about picks, man. A good pick and a bad pick, it all come from the same place in your heart. You all desire for these players to take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? That's the idea behind draft picks in general. Whether you draft Austin Jackson in the first round, that's your business. That's your business. You know, when you could have got Justin Jefferson, that's your business. You know? If you get Noah Igbenogany when you could have got Trevin Diggs, that's your business. That's your business. But the idea that you're giving yourself more of an opportunity by upping the number of picks that you have, you can't do nothing but just applaud them, man. You can't do nothing but applaud them. I'm just gonna leave this up there, man. Let y'all look at it. I'm gonna leave this up there. Let y'all look at it, man. I'm going to go into the chat box. See what y'all talking about. Because y'all may not have had time to call into the show. If you was Brandon, you was getting yelled at a birthday party or something. It's his business. You may be in Portugal and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What time is it in Portugal? What time is it in Portugal? 7:59 p.m. in Portugal or whatever. So you might not want to wake somebody up. You know what I'm saying? You may want to keep things quiet over there. But whatever reason you couldn't call into the show. You know what I'm saying? You may have been at work. You may have been at class. You know what I'm saying? You may have talked up your anytime minutes anytime. Whatever the reason is for you not being here, it is your time to call into the show. San Francisco got a lot of picks. Okay, that's a comp pick. That's a fifth. They got a lot of 5th round picks. That's what that is. No. Okay, cool. Whatever reason you couldn't call into the show, now is your time. I feel like the Eagles got a lot of picks. They got some of them comp picks too. 6, 3, cool. Now is your time to call into the show. So with that being said, chat box, what are your questions? If y'all got questions. If y'all ain't got questions, we just gonna go outside and run around till I'm all sweaty, but what y'all got? My wife's from Colombia, and damn, the dollar goes far in Colombia. Amazing question. And cool, we're going to go to Colombia and be kings. Ricky Tan. That's Ricky Tan? I'm a very dangerous man. Avi, say we draft Surtain or Horn, would you double dip at cornerback if Farley is at 44? No. If Caleb Farley makes it to 44, then his back is a little worse than I thought it was. So nah, I'm good on that. Good question though. Shouts out to Manscaped. Y'all want a discount on some draws and some nut clippers? Then use promo code Voch VOCH at Manscaped. We need to do good numbers over there. Let's see. That's your business. All that to finish 3rd in the division. Hey, they had a tough division. That's why we get better. That's why we improve. Voch, you work remotely so you can live anywhere in the world. Indeed, I can live anywhere in the world. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is like in Portugal, but I can indeed live anywhere in the world. I like Texas, though. I like my rifles. What are the Dolphins' needs, especially at 6? I don't know. If I was a Dolphins expert, I would definitely be able to tell you, but I'm no Dolphins expert. I would have to sit up and watch film of y'all for like 3 days, and then I'll let you know. Sushi say, I ain't trying to eat no IHOP. Wait a minute, let me come over here.
Fuck it. I ain't trying to eat no IHOP.
There you go. We might as well part 2 that thing.
That's when I'm in town. You could put that lumps out.
Shouts out to Cash Guy. Kelvin Joseph or Richie Grant if you had to choose one. Depends on where I'm drafting at. Depends on where I'm picking. Whether you draft a one tech, who do you like? One tech's gonna go day 2, and they're gonna fly day 2. So when day 2 starts, better get them. What round Grant going? I think Grant is gonna go first round. I think rangy safeties end up going late first round. That's just kind of where they go. I hope not. I hope not. I hope Grant makes it to 44. I just don't think that he will. I don't think that he will. I'm waiting on the day somebody call in and ask Voch a question and say, I don't care what your answer is. They bet not. It's happened to me before. It's definitely happened to me before. We pulled it back on each other. It's just that it's cool when I do it. But like if every caller start doing it, it'll get corny. And I don't know if I trust y'all to I don't know if I trust y'all to do it sporadically. You know what I mean? What direction do you think the Chiefs should go in the draft? Shit. Best player. Voch gonna make that boy go platinum. Cash got deserving, man. Eagles having hella picks next year will probably force our front office to improve to keep up. Not really, because I don't think the Eagles draft well. So, it's one thing when you have a pick that forces you to pick well. Like if you Washington and you take Chase Young at 2, like you're forced to pick well. Like you don't really know how good somebody drafts until they like sitting at 20, and they take Jalen Reagor and shit, Then they take Hurts in the second and shit. Then they draft 2 other receivers that play just like them. Then they draft a linebacker that's a special teams player. Then they draft a box safety somewhere in the field. So just like, where you think Asante Samuel goes? No clue. Where do you have Greg Newsome? Like a top 5 corner to me, man. I think Greg Newsome top 5. I gotta watch Greg Newsome next to Caleb Farley to see if I like him better than Farley. As of now, I do like Greg Newsome a little better than Farley, and that has nothing to do with Farley back hurting. That's just how I feel. Hey, Voch, linebacker is a sneaky need. Who's your favorite linebacker in the draft? I don't know if it's a sneaky need for Dallas, but JLK might be one. I don't know. Zaven Collins might be 1B or 2. I don't know. Nick Bolton, Jamin Davis. My kid from Michigan with the funny looking McGrone. He's solid. He runs around, big size, all that good stuff. Big ball stuff, big Griselda stuff. And then there's Michael Parsons that somebody got to take. So we'll see. Voch, are you going to look at offense more? I need to win my fantasy football league next year. I've looked at a lot of offense on my Patreon. I just haven't dropped many offensive film sessions here. So you can check out my Patreon for however much you want to put in there. And glad to have you. Patreon.com/vochlombardi. Link is in the description. Get that all 22 film, you heard? Eagles drafting 2 quarterbacks next year. That'd be cool. Who's a late round linebacker you like? I don't. I don't like a whole bunch of late round players. Like I'll deal with late round players because of who they are. But if it gets to a point to where you're a late round player and I think you're just like a kickoff dude, then I'm just not. I think late round guards make sense. Late round running backs, late round tight ends, receivers, D linemen to an extent. Those late round players make sense. Box safeties make sense in a sense of late round players. Those players make sense. But don't tell me about like, yo, Voch, you got like a 5th round offensive tackle you like? No. I don't. Appreciate you, Ruglock, putting that information out there in the chat box. Let's see if we can I said I was gonna go outside, so like I'm trying to take a nap, man. All right. Pen message. That should put you up there. Appreciate your Rugalot. There you go. If y'all want to see my extra film, it's the pinned message up top. Patreon.com/FlashLombardi. I appreciate you. Is there any positions that are deep this year? Sure. One tech is deep. Corner is deep. Edge is deep if you know how to draft. Box safety is always deep relatively. I think there are some offensive tackles that'll be good in day 1 and day 2. So, yes. I'm taking Slater over Pitts. Cowboys Nation need another round table. Nothing has happened. We just can't have a round table just whenever, just every week just to happen. We gotta have something to talk about. I don't think there has been any topics worthy enough for us to have a round table, so, or at least nothing that's polarizing enough for us to have a round table, so we'll get there. Any other questions? What y'all got? If Pitts is there, Jerry Jones is all over it. Jerry Jones hadn't drafted nobody in years. You know that. Anything else y'all got? Any other questions y'all may have for old Voch? Anything else y'all got for old Voch? I do not think Bateman is a first-round guy. I think everybody going to Oxnard, but Voch. I'm not going to Oxnard. I'll be fine at the crib. What do you think? It doesn't matter what I think. Let me give you a war call for that, sir. Let me give you a war call. Out of respect. There you go. Round table after the draft? Maybe. What round do you want to get tackled? That's a very interesting question. If I can't get tackled at 10, then I don't want to get tackled at all. Absolutely. I think with how this draft is set up, I think it lends you the opportunity to take whoever you want to take at 10, because the players that you need or the positions that you need is plentiful in day 2. So second, third, and even fourth round, really. So like if you need one tech, cornerback, and safety, it's plenty of those in round 2, 3, and 4. And common knowledge would say that you wouldn't even take a safety in the first round. You wouldn't take a one tech in the first round. So that really gives you the option to get whoever the hell you want at 10. So that's why I always say Slater at 10. But is it a situation where, okay, I can't get Slater, so I got to get offensive tackle? No, I'm not. I ain't got to get offensive tackle. I'm mad this damn thing went on my face this whole time. I forgot it was there. I ain't got to get offensive tackle. I just want the opportunity to get Slater. If I can't get Slater, then I'm not going offensive tackle. I'm just going all defense if I can. That's just how I feel. How would you feel if the Cowboys draft Russo at 10? Sir, you shouldn't ask me questions you have the answer to. You are like the ladies in DR and Columbia. There you go, Sid. Ladies in DR and Columbia. I'm going to do a DeMonte KZ, not even a film session, but like a little thought thing, a little think piece later on. So I'll have that ready for y'all. I don't do mock drafts until the end of the season. I got some super chats. Let me check on my super chats, man. I'll make sure I got all of them. Viewer activity. What y'all been doing? Yo, let's go back to Brandon. Brandon wife cussing him out earlier. Let's go back.
So you got it wrong. So
that pause is so crazy.
You got it wrong.
Wait, let's go back.
Because you got to think about how many times they got it wrong. So they
Are you getting
got it
fussed? That pause is crazy. That pause is crazy. It's not showing me my super chats. Oh no. Oh no. I think I remember. I remember DJ World dropped 20 and he asked me about KZ. And I just got a new one that asked about KZ. I think I remember those. Let me scroll up. I hate when I get led astray like that. Yeah, KZ is fine, but it doesn't mean nothing if you can't stop the run. So, in terms of what does KZ mean for drafting safety, you still draft safety. You still draft Richie Grant if you can. You sit him for a year, KZ goes. You know. Why is T.I. on your screen all the time? Because you can have whatever you like. Yeah. Leatherwood in the second round, I hate it. TCU safety, which round would you take? What round do you think he's going? The short one? Ardarius Washington, when I think Ardarius Washington is getting drafted? I don't know. Depends on what they think about his size. Who is this year's lamb to you? The pick at 10 you would be super excited for. I don't know who my lamb is, but my favorite players so far have been I hate DBs, right? I can't stand watching DB tape. It's boring. I hate it. But I think Kelvin Joseph and Richie Grant were my favorite players to watch this year. Favorite players to watch. And if we get Kyle Pitts, I'm just going to have mixed emotions. I'm just going to be all over the place. Or hold off till late third and pick Stearns. I don't know why y'all like Stearns. Stearns ain't good. Stearns ain't good. Poor Ruglock a killer, boy. Ruglock is a killer, man. He not playing with y'all. Ruglock ain't playing, man. What else y'all got? We're going to answer like 3 more questions, then we're going to leave. We're going to answer 3 more, then we're going to leave. Mo says Pitts is his lamb. Sure, I can see that. Nick Saban said you got to score points, man. You got to outscore. Defense don't win championships. 3 more questions, then we going to leave. Boom. What y'all got? If not, I can go work out right now. I can just go leave and just go right now. Just what y'all want to do? My man say Waddle will not make it to 10. Don't say what won't happen, man. Do not say what won't happen. All right. I appreciate y'all, man. This was a fun one. We'll do this again. I'm going to be making some content to drop off to y'all. I'm going to be moving relatively soon. I ain't packed nothing yet. I need to go pack today. So after I go work out, I'm going to come back and start packing some stuff. So let me just give y'all a little update. Brother Shaq says, I feel like we're all going to remember this draft. Some teams are either going to fall off a cliff or rise from the grave due to no combine and a lot of holdouts. Yeah, man, the film is gonna matter. The film is gonna matter the most this year. So we'll see. I'm packing this week and I'm packing next week. So week 4 through from the 4th to the 14th. From the 4th. I say from the 5th to the 14th. Don't look for me. But on April 29th, April 30th, and March 1st, we will be having a live draft show here on the channel. I'll be reacting to all 32 picks. We're even going to have a post-game show where the phones are going to be lit. Y'all call in, come celebrate with me. The last show was incredible. You can go back and check that out if you want to. I go back and watch it every now and then. That show is the reason why I got my new big computer set up. My laptop died on the last show because so much was going on. Like it was, we had Zoom set up, we had the phones lit. Super Chat was bumping up the bandwidth. You know what I mean? We was trying to watch the draft, and and it just my technology wasn't powerful enough to run that stream properly. But I got an infinity gauntlet of a PC, you know what I'm saying? And that draft actually paid for this PC, so shouts out there. But we got it done, y'all. We got it done. So we're gonna do 3 live draft shows at the new crib, at the new compound when this thing gets done, and it should be fun. We're gonna walk hard one time as they chant the great one's name. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, the Peasky Weesk. I'm about to go look up the Dominican